There's a moment that happens when everything in your life changes, and no one really prepares you for this part. The part where you're sitting here thinking, okay, now what? Your life just turned upside down. You gave yourself a whole 360, 180, whatever. And you just go, now what? And I remember being in that place. Everything on the outside of my life had shifted. I moved from San Diego to New Jersey and immediately was getting a divorce. From trying to have kids with this man to the next day literally going through a divorce. Like, he came home and said, yeah, I don't want to have kids with you. And then went for a 45-minute walk, came back and said, actually, I want a divorce. All in one conversation. September 10th, 2020. I remember it a little too clearly. And, you know, as time went on, I kept thinking that the clarity would come. Like, I would just know what to do next. And the process of getting lawyers really way too quickly, if you ask me, instead of having a real conversation. But I felt stuck. Sometimes I felt dramatic, but mostly just lost. I didn't know who I was anymore because everything had changed so quickly. And I couldn't fully land anywhere. So I kept trying to fix it. Thinking about it more, running it through my head a bit more, journaling more, pushing myself to just decide on something. But every time I tried to move forward, something in me would pull me back. And I just couldn't understand why. Until I realized that my body didn't feel safe yet. It did not feel safe at all. It took a long time to feel safe, honestly. And when our bodies don't feel safe, it doesn't know how to move forward. So it slows down, it freezes, it protects, it waits. So we feel stuck. But that is not us failing. That is our system trying to stabilize. So instead of forcing yourself to figure out your whole life in one moment, you need to come back to something smaller. So let's take a couple deep breaths together. I always like to take and place my hands on my body. You can try this with me. Maybe one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. You can gently close your eyes. I'm going to take a few inhales in through our mouth. And extending that exhale out. And just ask yourself, what feels like one small step that I can support myself in today? Keep breathing. Allowing the answer to come to you. It's not one perfect move. It's just one that doesn't overwhelm you right now. One to help build your self-trust. And you can tell your conscious mind to go to sleep. Conscious mind, go to sleep. I only want to talk to my unconscious mind. I only want to talk to my higher self. What feels like one small step that I can support myself in today? This is how you start moving again. Gently, safely, in a way your body can actually follow. You're not stuck. You're in a moment that requires a little bit more support than you're used to. And you don't have that right now. But this is exactly why I created my free training. You're not broken, you're dysregulated. Because once you understand what's happening in your body, you can stop that meaning something about you. You can stop this shame spiral that we tend to do when we don't have it all figured out. And you can stop and you can start moving towards your true and right path. Click the link below to head into my next free training, and I'll see you soon.